Every June, tens of thousands of students across Ireland sit the Leaving Cert. These are some of the most difficult exams anyone has to take. I still wake up thinking about maths equations I've never understood. Now, while maths was never my thing, history is my passion, and I'm a firm believer it can be fun and engaging for students. To this end, I've teamed up with Leaving Cert history teacher Damien Lawler to develop the Irish History Summit, designed to make Leaving Cert history as fun, engaging, accessible and stress-free as possible. The summit is a day-long event which takes place online on January the 15th, 2022, and we'll be giving students access to leading historians to help them prepare for their exams. The summit is based around 7 presentations where historians and educational experts tackle topics which have been carefully chosen based on an analysis of previous exams. While the summit takes place in January, it helps students right up to the exam itself. One feature people really valued last year was the fact that everyone who attends the summit gets podcasts of each talk so they can listen back as the exams approach. This basically becomes their personal preparation from an expert in each area of the exam. Last year, nearly 1,500 students from over 50 schools attended, as well as scores of fans of history drawn by the talks. Building on this, we've broadened the summit in our plans for 2022. While students will be able to watch online from the comfort of their own homes, the summit will be broadcast live from the National Museum of Ireland in Dublin. Headlining this year is the renowned journalist and historian Leo Enright. He'll be presenting on the moon landing. We're also delighted to announce that Dr Sarah Anne Buckley from the National University of Ireland in Galway has agreed to speak. Sarah Anne will tackle the early years of the Free State and whether Ireland was a Gaelic and Catholic country. This year also sees the first international guest at the summit. Dr Dieter Reinisch from the University of Vienna will be tackling about how Hitler used propaganda and terror to maintain his power. Dieter is currently lecturing on this very area, so his insights here will really make essays stand out in the exam. Returning this year is Liz Gillis, the South Dublin County Council Decade of Centenaries historian in residence. Liz will be talking about the Civil War. Dr Brian Hanley from the Department of History in Trinity College Dublin will also be back this year. Brian will look at the various threats to the Free State between its foundation and World War II. Now, while these presentations will prepare students with the information, we have Patrick Hickey, who's going to help them maximise their marks. Patrick, known as LC History Tutor on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok, has 11 years experience as a Leaving Cert history examiner, so his presentation on the do's and don'ts of the exam is not to be missed. You can see a full list of talks at irishhistorypodcast.ie/summit. While this is a great lineup of experts and historians, when we designed the summit, we wanted it to be about much more than just the exams though. We want to encourage and cultivate the next generation of historians. And to this end, as part of the summit, I'll be interviewing one lucky Leaving Cert student for a podcast. So every year, lots of students pour their heart and soul into their RSR, or Research Study Report, basically the first piece of research these students do. The standard of these can be amazing, and it's such a shame that these often never see the light of day given the efforts involved. As part of the summit, we're opening a competition for students who attend. They can submit their RSR and I'll interview the winning entrant on the show next year. Through this, their research will reach an audience of tens of thousands of listeners, not only in Ireland but across the world. It'll be the first step on the ladder of publishing. So, if you're a history student, a teacher, a parent, or just a fan of history who likes the sound of these talks, check out irishhistorypodcast.ie/summit. That's irishhistorypodcast.ie/summit. The link is in the show notes below. We have individual and class-based tickets, and there's an early bird offer running at the moment. It's going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.